Hey, what's up guys? It's Marv and welcome back to another Asphalt Legends Unite video. And as you can tell by the title, today we are going to be dumping over 50,000 tokens into the new Burst of Speed packs. So unfortunately, this isn't one of those cases where there's a very special car happening and I just really want to do it. That's sort of the mantra that I go with, especially for new advice for players, is go for the cars that you have a personal connection with, because otherwise you're going to be dumping tokens into something that you might not be happy with. But today is definitely more about performance than my feeling towards the cars. And anyway, I'm going to stop the yapping. I can yap all I want as we're going through the packs. So as you can see right now, I have 115,000 tokens. I told myself I'm just going to dump 50 into it. And I'm specifically going to do the Zenvo Aurora Tour packs because 2 out of the 3 cars do not require a key in order to drive the car. And that's really important because if I decide to stop at any point where I'm just comfortable with however many star count I have for those specific cars, I don't need to continue to max them out in order to get the key. So I'm very nervous about this. I don't know why. Probably because I haven't spent this many tokens in such a long time. Obviously because I have over 100,000. I've been saving up for quite a while. So yeah, my goal right now is to get to 65,000 tokens and just sort of see what happens. Let's just go. Make sure I'm recording because I don't want to lose this, because that would be kind of silly if I did. But anyway, let's go. Okay, first 10 pack. I'm really hoping that I get a jackpot, and realistically, I'm just going to go through and spam these until I go down to 65,000 tokens. You guys don't want to see exactly what's going on. I don't really care. Ooh, maybe we'll get something special like that. Again, my hope is that my stretch would be to get the Lycan Neon Edition as well, just because that does require a key. So you do have to get that car all the way at max if you want to unlock it. Now, oh my god, I got a jackpot. I haven't gotten this in years, and oh my god, it really is for the Lycan Neon Edition. That is pretty crazy. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully this means that, yeah, I can start up now. I'm going to do that later. But hopefully that means we'll get it at the end. I'm pretty much going to get the other cars, like I said, because you don't need a key for them. You can just play with them. And I'm getting a whole lot of Lycan Neon Edition blueprints, more than I honestly was expecting. Now, maybe we'll see some of the luck sort of level itself out. Yeah, as you can see here, no Neon Edition blueprints there. But I'm just going to keep spamming these, honestly, because now that I have a good shot at the Lycan Neon Edition, I'm just going to keep going, I guess. And like I said, I'm going to stop at around 65,000 tokens just to make sure and sort of do a check and see like, hey, which ones did I actually unlock? What's my star count and everything? And at the end of the video, if there is enough time, I don't want this to go on like a crazy long, but I know, you know, pack openings aren't the most exciting unless something special like that jackpot happens. Maybe we'll do a test drive of a couple of cars. Now, you can see with my credits, you know, after I unlock some of those packs and we go back to the menu, I only have 11 million credits. I was starting up a couple of cars and sort of upgrading them, especially the McLaren Speedtail, now that it's a very prominent car in multiplayer. So I've been using a lot of my credits there. And because I don't grind a whole lot in this game, because it's really, any game that you grind is just going to become more of a job than a game. And that certainly applies to Asphalt Legends Unite. Specifically, of course, being a mobile game. But wow, I'm getting so many blueprints for the Neon Edition, and this is going to give me the star up for the Team Fordzilla P1. Actually, it's going to give me the unlock because, like I said earlier, that doesn't require a key. So that's awesome. I already have the unlock, at least for that. Now, of course, with these other cars, you know, of course, specifically the Fordzilla and the Zenvo Aurora Tour, I'm going to specifically want them at higher star counts because otherwise they're kind of useless. So getting a ton of blueprints for the Neon Edition is pretty crazy. Alright, so I'm going to inflate that trade token count a lot. That's going to go up so high throughout the end of this video. And that was a very unlucky pack. Only 1 drop in that pack, which is not that great. Now, specifically with the Burst of Speed packs, something that I want to point out, and actually I'll go through. Okay, I was about to say, if I didn't get anything there besides the Aurora, that would have been pretty bad. But I'll click on this pack. I'll go to that little information drop rate key there, and you can see that featured item is 20%. Usually with these packs or just general packs, it's around 10%. So that 20% is really encouraging, and wow, you can see that it is giving me quite a few blueprints in general, so that's really nice. And we're not even close to 65,000. I need to speed this up. Okay, that is a lot of Lycan blueprints. I'm sort of getting a little worried. Okay, we got the Zenvo Aurora Tour. So worst case scenario, we do have 2 new unlocked cars, and I've only spent 15,000 tokens so far, which is actually pretty darn good. That's one of the things about the Burst of Speed events, is even though they are the multi-packs, because of that 20% drop rate, and if you save up just a whole load of tokens, you're going to guarantee yourself a couple of cars at minimum. This is nice though, got a lot of blueprints for the Team Fordzilla P1. Again, just want to get that at a high star count. It's a really good A-class car, so I'm really excited to drive it, even though I don't think it looks very good or any special connection to it or anything like that. It's just nice to have a very good A-class car. The other one I do have is the Imola, I believe, and while it's good, because I don't have it at max, it isn't especially good, and honestly, it performs about on par to like any other generically good A-class car. So it hasn't really done me many favors, especially recently with the new change to multiplayer 1, where there are some S-Class cars in that Platinum League matchmaking. Alright, so continuing on, we're at 90,000. We're just going to keep going, keep spam opening these packs, not really caring what's in them. Again, this is just really nice because at the end of it, even though I am dumping 60,000 tokens into it, I think I've saved up enough to where if something crazy happens within the next couple of months, I'm hoping that I could have that kind of 65,000 buffer. Again, that's where I'm going to stop and see where my progress is at, but we'll see if I continue going, because if I'm only a couple of blueprints away from maxing out a car or unlocking the Neon Edition, if it comes to that, then I'm definitely going to do that. Alright, so getting close to 90,000 tokens, and this is getting a little boring, not gonna lie. I mean, it is just card pack opening, so I don't know what you would really expect, but trying to make it a little bit entertaining by talking through the whole thing and sort of calming myself down from just seeing that token count drop below 100k for the first time in a while. Even though I have been at 100k for a while, it's been like that because I just haven't played a whole lot. Like I said, I'm not a grinder, especially in Asphalt Legends Unite. I play for fun, and especially MP2 has been just tons of fun because you can take out any car you want and just sort of have a good time and not to worry about the ranking, not worry about the exact car you're sort of using, because it is based on the car rating instead of the matchmaking rank or elo system like that. So getting a couple of good blueprints here for the Aurora and the Team Fordzilla, that's pretty good. I'm not too sure if it'll start giving you trade coins after you've maxed it out, even if you haven't gone to unlock it. So I'm curious to see if that's going to happen, because I've never done something like that before. So alright, so I've opened a couple of ones, just not really talking a whole lot, so I'm going to skip over them because you guys probably don't care that much about it. But it seems like we're getting a pretty darn good drop rate here. Again, what you're kind of looking for with that 20% drop rate is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's pretty good, but you're looking for around 4 drops per pack. And what's also interesting is, if I remember correctly, the usual amount is 3, but this time around they're giving 4, which again is just more incentive to buy more packs. Okay, so I'm just about to hit 80,000 tokens and just wanted to go over a couple of things in regards to pack openings. I don't know what I was doing with my hands there, but anyway, we're doing pretty well so far. But something you might notice is that whenever that pop-up comes around where it's like, hey, do you want to get 2 packs for the price of 1? Most of the time I'm not going to take that offer. And that's for one big reason. If I click on this button here, you can see right next to the buy 10 times pack, it says guarantee blueprints for one of the featured cars. Now, even though it might seem like a good deal to get that 2-for-1 card pack deal, it's actually not, in my opinion, because you're still not guaranteed a drop. Whereas if you keep going for the 10 times, yes, you're obviously spending 10 times more amount of tokens, but you're getting those guaranteed drops, which is really, really important when you're trying to maximize the amount of blueprints you're getting. Yeah, so as you can see, this just popped up. I'm gonna opt not to get it, at least for now. Sometimes it may be a good deal depending on it. I think if you're trying to go for only 1 car, it might be, but in this case, I'm not really too concerned about that. All right, we're down below 80,000 tokens, which is a little bit scary, and it's probably because I'm not seeing the trade coins for these cars, but again, I don't know if it manually does it, so again, I was just gonna spend 50,000 right off the bat and just sort of see where we're at in terms of, you know, the star counts and whatnot. I'm not going to be super concerned if for the Zenvo or Fordzilla specifically, I'm only at like, I think there's 6 stars, so it would be like 5 out of 6 stars. That's probably going to be fine for me because I'm not going to get a whole lot of epic import parts anyway. And I don't have a lot of coins to drop to upgrade these cars, and they're not in the current season as well. I'm hoping that because of this event, okay, we got a jackpot for the Team Fordzilla P1. That is really nice to see. I've gotten 2 jackpots. I don't think I've gotten 2 jackpots in 1 year before, so 2 jackpots in one opening is really crazy. Okay, we're at 75,000 tokens. Still recovering from those 2 jackpots. That is really, really insanely lucky. I'm really happy about that. That is going to help so much with this pack opening specifically. Of course, you really love to see those jackpots, and they're super rare. Okay, as you can see, we are now getting trade tokens for the Team Fordzilla P1. That means we have officially maxed out that car, which I'm really excited about. So as you can see, 267 blueprints are required, and I have that. So now we are going to be looking for the same thing for both the Zenvo Aurora Tour and the Lycan Neon Edition. Now, however, this gets a little bit tricky because obviously this is going to decrease the amount of actually useful blueprints I get for each pack because you aren't guaranteed a specific car. You're just guaranteed 1 out of the 3. So as you can see, this one was just full of trade tokens, and that is not fun to see, especially as I near that 65,000 token mark. I'm really hoping that I see only Neon Edition, perfect, and Zenvo Aurora Tour. Okay, that is perfect. And again, I'm okay with the Zenvo being like maybe 5 out of 6 stars. I mean, with the Yesko and the Tuatara, that's sort of where I'm at with those cars as well. So not super concerned, but those low drop rates is not good to see as we only have 5,000 tokens left. I mean, I have, 65,000 left as well. And like I said, we're going to see where we are at just to sort of get a good account for if I can unlock the Neon Edition. As you can see, I'm really hoping I can get that Neon Edition because that would complete the trifecta perfectly. And I think we did get that jackpot for the first one was for the Neon Edition. So that was good to see. And oh, okay. I was hoping we weren't going to see just a full trade token thing, but thankfully we got some blueprints for the Aurora. Okay, we're down to our last couple of packs before I'm just gonna go ahead and take account of what's happening. And okay, nice Zenvo drop there. That's going pretty well. 260, I believe it's around 270 for max for that car. So we're getting pretty darn close, but this was a pretty darn good drop for both of those cars. Okay, we're getting close to that 65,000 mark. I'm going to buy another 10, really hoping to see that trade token notification for the Neon Edition. No, I'm not. Okay, but we did get blueprints for the Aurora. That's good. We are past 270 though, so I was a little bit mistaken on the amount of blueprints. As you can probably tell, I didn't do a whole lot of research. I did know that I would have to spend about this amount to get all cars, and we're down to 66,000. Okay, we're going to open our last couple of packs, and I'm going to hope that we see some sort of trade token notification, and that was only for the Team Fordzilla. That is not good. Okay, so I'm at 65,000. Let's go ahead. We're going to go and start up both of the cars. Okay, so going into the garage, I know that the Team Fordzilla is good, so I'm not going to do anything there, but I'm going to go over to the Zenvo Aurora Tour if I can find it, and it's pretty far up there. You can see I don't have any cars in this area, but now I do. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the car at least, so for the video purposes, I'm going to unlock it, so that's fun there. And will it do the entire star count? No, it won't. Okay, so we have to do all of those, so I'm going to go through this process. Okay, so I just finished starring up the Zenvo, and as you can see, we're pretty darn short in terms of blueprints. We are at 51 out of 69, which is quite a big difference. So now though, I'm concerned about the Lycan Neon Edition because that is going to be the most important thing again, because I want to get that guaranteed key. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so I can start it up, which is interesting that, well, I guess it makes sense because otherwise how are you going to get the key for the 6-star required event? This one's going to be the important one though, because again, this one is for the key. So you do have to have the car at max unless you got that glitch early on where GameLoft sort of messed up where anyone could get the car. Okay, so we are at that 5-star count, and wow, we are well short of that blueprint requirement. That is really concerning. This is why I don't recommend multi-packs in general. Now, with this multi-pack specifically, like I said, because 2 out of the 3 cars are just normal cars, you don't need the key for them, I do now have those 2 guaranteed cars. But for this Neon Edition, even though I got that jackpot, we did get a whole lot of blueprints for the other 2 cars sort of in that later stages of the opening. So that is like a 50 difference in blueprints. I don't know if I'm going to do that. That is a little bit ridiculous. Maybe I'll spend 10,000 and see where I'm at. I think that's what I'll do. I'll spend 10,000 and so we'll go down to 55,000 tokens and just see what that gets me. Okay, so I'm hoping for another jackpot for the Neon Edition. That would be quite nice, and maybe at the very minimum we will get, okay, there we go, a couple of Zenvo blueprints. Maybe at the minimum we'll get that at max. I'd be okay with that, to be honest. So that would be 2 out of the 3 cars at max guaranteed. Okay, lots of blueprints for those other cars. Not quite like to see those trade tokens. That is just so unfortunate that this game doesn't have any protection against something like that. Honestly, you would really like to see something like that. I've seen so many mobile games that give you that sort of guaranteed drop after a while. And there we go. So for the Zenvo, we have actually got it at max, which is a little exciting for me, but we are still well short of the Neon Edition. I said I would go to 55,000 tokens, and I think I'm going to do that. I was hoping to be able to star up every single one of these cars sort of at the same time. Okay, we're getting a couple of good drops there. Like I said, I was hoping to get all of them sort of well within a couple of packs of each other. That would have been very ideal, but that doesn't look like, oh, all trade tokens. That is disgusting, honestly. That is gross. I don't like to see it, but 5,000 tokens left. I'm just going to spend all of them, and I'll see you then. Okay, so I'm just above 55,000 tokens. Not quite my ideal of only spending 50,000 tokens in total, but as you can see, we're at 82 out of 85 blueprints for the Neon Edition, so I'm hoping this last pack will give it to me. Crossing my fingers, hoping to get it. Should I go one by one? Nah, let's just do the whole thing, and okay, I'm technically above 55,000 tokens, so one more time, come on, give me the Neon Edition. Give it to me, baby, please. Alright, I'm literally so close. I have to. I have to, right? Like, otherwise it would be kind of stupid not to, right? Like, a little bit stupid not to just fully get the car. Okay, one more 10 times pack. Right? Surely. Surely? Game Loft? Please? Please give it to me? I don't want more of those. 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 Please, Game Loft. This is so terrifying. Please. Oh my god, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. Oh my god. Okay, so I just went through all the menus. I tried to find if maybe there's some other way I can get just a couple of blueprints for this car, but I couldn't find any, so I'm going for another pack opening, and okay. We finally got the Lycan Neon Edition. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna jump into the event and unlock it. That was so painful. Here we go, starring it up all of the way. So, in the end, we did get all 3 cars, the Team Fordzilla P1, the Zenvo Aurora Tour, and now the Lycan Neon Edition. That was about 15,000 tokens more than I wanted to spend, but I still have a good buffer of 50,000 tokens just in case there is another event or another car that I really want to dump tokens into. So here you can see the Black Friday event with all of the keys, and as you can see, the entire rest of the other pack, which I'll go ahead and show you guys real quickly, is entirely made up of only key cars, which is ridiculous. So yes, I could have done the same thing for this pack, considering that I did go all the way and max out all of the cars, but honestly, those cars I don't think are going to be as useful. The Torino Design Super Sport I don't think is going to be as useful as the Lycan Neon Edition, and certainly the Deus Fian isn't as good as the Aurora Tour. Here we go, we're going to go into the event. I'm going to start it up, or at least upgrade it just a little bit so I have a good enough performance. So I haven't watched any guides or anything like that on how to actually do this run at a low star count. So I think the funniest thing would be if on my first attempt I just completely fail and I don't get the key at all. But I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case here. And we're on Shanghai, so a pretty easy track that I know pretty darn well. And this is definitely one of those shorter ones, so I'm going to have to be careful with all of my nitro management. Try to get this air time. Not quite good on the nitro management there, but I think good enough for the air time. I'm going to do a floaty drift there to make sure I get all of the speed. Yet another floaty drift around this corner, shockwave out of it, get hopefully a double barrel roll. Nope, only a single. And okay, I didn't also check the time requirement, so hopefully I beat it. Maybe it's 34 seconds, and Okay, wow, we got it by 0.2 of a second. So we're gonna go next, and we're going to unlock the W Motors Lycan Neon Edition. That was so painful, but we finally got it. Game Loft, I don't understand why you don't help out the players a little bit more just with those key packs, but, or at least those card packs. But in general, we got all 3 cars, the Team Fordzilla, the Zenvo Aurora Tour, and the W Motors Lycan Hypersport. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and best of luck to everyone if you're trying to get the packs. Again, I recommend these packs because 2 out of the 3 don't require keys. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go to sleep, and I will catch you all in the next video.